Hello guys, welcome to my channel again. In this video, we will see system design framework. So every system design framework will follow the four step. So in the first step, you have to define the problem and the business objective. So in this step, you have to like discuss the functional expectation, functional requirement of the login and registration, and how the authentication will work, how the data will ingest, and how the data will be processed. How do we perform the search, and how do we retrieve the data? If there are any notification deliveries, and how do you manage the reporting and analysis? How do you manage the non-functional requirement, like how the system will perform, what is the system response time, how do we perform the scalability, how do we maintain the reliability and fault tolerance, how do we maintain the security and compliance, how do we manage the availability and disaster recovery, and how do you you have to discuss the constraint and limitation, like what is the budget and the timeline to deliver this project, what if there are any regulatory requirements is there or not, what are the existing technologies tech or team expertise you have to discuss. In the second phase, you have to discuss about the scalability and capacity requirement, what are the traffic will be there into the system, like how many active users are there, request per seconds are there, how many peak hours traffic is there. And you have to discuss the you have to identify the risk and bottleneck, what is the database throughput, is there any cpu intensive tasks are there or not, how the network bandwidth will be utilized, how do you manage the storage, and is there any external apis are there. Also you have to focus on the capacity forecasting, how you have to compute the sources, you have to compute the database source, database storage, memory requirement, network throughput. And the third phase, you have to create the high level architecture. Into this phase, you have to divide the application into the different services, like you have to create a different service for authentication, data processing, analytics, notification, and you have to find out the API strategies, like what are the post, get, and put, delete methods are there. You have to identify the communication model, like there is a synchronous communication or asynchronous communication, whether you will rest or GraphQL communication. If there is any real-time communication is there, you will use a WebSocket or not. You have to discuss the if there is any event-driven communication or not, and you have to discuss about the integration approach, whether you will HTTP API or event stream, message broker, a service bus, pubs up architecture. So in the last step, fourth step, you have to decide the technologies, like for the transnational data. So you have to use the SQL for the large scale data document. So you have to use NoSQL for fast retrieval. You have to implement the caching system. Caching for analytic, you have to use data warehouse. For the scalability, you have to use horizontal scaling, auto scaling, load balancer, and database replication, sharding for optimization. Performance optimization, you have to implement the caching, query optimization, CDN implementation, asynchronous processing, and connection polling. Into this you can use. So you have to follow all these phases when you are designing a large system design architecture. So guys, thank you for watching this video.